Hi everybody, Noreen here. Welcome to the winter blog hop from Creative Life Scrapbooking. Today I'm going to be sharing some projects made using the Glacier collection. What more fitting collection can you think of to celebrate winter? And I don't know what it's like where you are, but of course in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, it's still pretty darn cold. So we are still in the midst of winter, and I've got lots of photos that work beautifully with this Glacier collection. Specifically though, I'm going to be sharing some ways that you can use the slide-in matte variety pack. For most of the Creative Memories collections, they also feature a slide-in matte variety pack, and you can see that there's two different sizes. There's the 4.5 by 6.5 cards and the 4 by 6 cards, and they're double-sided, so you usually get two great designs on each side, and they're really great for sliding into pockets like I'm going to show you. But I also want to show you a few ways that you can use them that you might not have thought of. So of course the first way to use the slide-in cards is to do exactly as it suggests, slide them in. I've got an 11 by 14 pocket page here, as well as the 12 by 12 multi-pocket page. And you can see pretty much the exact same photos and exact same layout. And I've used the 6.5 by 4.5 card here and the 4 by 6 card here. And you can see that in the multi-pocket page, there's also some kind of strips down the side. I just take a little X-Acto knife and trim a little slot or slit at the top there, and then I can slide I think it's 3/4 of an inch and a 1/2 inch strip down the side just to make it a little bit more decorative. And then here on the 11 by 14 page, I just added a little strip of paper down at the bottom. So these are super fast ways to get your photos into pages and into your albums. These fit the pocket albums, and of course this multi-pocket page will fit right into your regular traditional 12 by 12 album. So great way to use those, and I use these cards all the time for my pocket pages. And yes, you're reading that right, that's minus 28 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it gets cold here. All right, so the second way that I like to use the slide-in matte variety cards is as decorative elements on my traditional scrapbook pages. So you can see here, as I showed you, there's some great titles and words and designs on these cards. This is a wonderful one as well. And I like to kind of trim them up and use them on my regular pages. So this one was a 4.5 by 6.5 card, and I just trimmed it into a 2-inch strip. And this one was one of the 4 by 6s, again just trimmed it into a 2-inch strip. And then just by mounting it above and below some really simple photos, I've got a title and a little space for my journaling. Now another thing I really like to do is once I trim off the, if I was trimming this down to use as a title, I'm going to have some nice decorative cardstock to use, that's basically just scrap. So I really like to use those with punches. And here I use some of the Snowflake Trio punches just to add a little bit more decoration. And again, they're little scraps that I'd be tossing out anyway, so I might as well use them just to accentuate my page. And of course, it goes perfectly because they were the colors that I already am using on my page. So that's a great way to use cards in your traditional scrapbook pages. The third way I like to use these slide-in cards are as cards or gift tags. Now for this one, this is just a standard size greeting card, 4.25 by 5.5. And what I've done is I've just taken one of the pocket cards and trimmed out the decorative element, mounted it onto the card front using a little extra Glacier paper, and it makes a great, quick and easy greeting card. For the tags, I really like to use the larger cards that either have a design or are kind of a texture on one side, and that the other side is divided into two smaller journal boxes. Again, the idea being that you could, cut this down the middle and have two journal boxes for your traditional pages. Well, here what I've done is I've taken one of those cards. You can see it's exactly the same, and I've just scored it down the middle and folded it and then punched a little hole in the corner, and it's a beautiful little gift card. And then I've just embellished it with the cute little bird stickers, and then written my message in the inside, and then I can attach it to my gift with a little piece of baker's twine. This gift tag is the same kind of idea. I've just taken the blank side of one of the larger journaling cards, written my message on the back, kind of trimmed up the edges, and then this side again just added one of the take one of the messages, and you can just add it to the front of the tag. A couple of little decorations like the gems and a ribbon, and again you have another beautiful tag to add to a gift. So cards and tags are the third way I like to use these pocket cards. A fourth way I like to use these cards is actually in my planner. Now, you might not have thought about this before, but I really like putting these little cards into the pages of my planner. This is just a weekly plan from a couple of weeks ago. And I like using them as little to-do lists. They can also be bookmarks, of course. You know, you could pop it over the top so that you can always find your place in your planner very easily. But do a little bit of investigating. Depending on what kind of planner you use, you might be able to either just punch a hole in it and insert these into your planner. I have a Create 365 planner, so I actually have a punch that's specially designed to create the little holes that are necessary so that I can just pop them on to the disc bindings. So again, love to use them as a little to-do list, or even as just a pretty little addition in the middle of my planner there. It's a nice way to add a little bit of decorative element besides all the stickers and things. And the last way I'm going to share with you is, again, something you might not have thought of, but it's a really easy thing to do. Because there are 4x6 cards, if you have a 4x6 frame around your house that you're not using, why not put one of them into the frame? This would be a cute one as well. And then use it to decorate. Because these are seasonal, they're perfect for changing out and adding a little bit of a decorative element to your home decor. Of course, for winter, this works perfectly in my home, and I have a lot of navy accents in my house as well, so the navy works really well with them. But definitely look at some of the other slide-in mat packs and see if there's one that will coordinate with your decor. It's a great way to use up the extra ones that you're not using in your cards and layouts, and really fun way to kind of have those cute designs around all the time. All right, so 5 ways to use those cards that you might not have thought about. I hope I've given you a little bit of inspiration, some new ideas to think about, and I hope you go and dig through your stash to see what kind of slide-in cards you might have that you can use in one of these ways. All right, don't forget to hop on over to the other great posts that we have for you today, all featuring winter-themed projects. All right, thanks very much for joining me today. Take care. See you again soon. Bye-bye.